This video is tips on using the Elementary Handbook Task 4, the mathematics assessment. In this video, we're going to discuss writing your commentary questions 1 and 2. First, you're going to analyze the scores from all of your students from the one assessment that you chose. And you're going to choose a work sample from 3 of the focus students, 1 with special learning needs. Choose students who did not score at the highest level. That's very important because you're not going to have anything to say if they did everything correctly. So you want to choose 3 students who struggled with something. Okay, now you're ready to go to the commentary to answer question 1. In question 1, they're going to ask you first to identify the specific learning objectives measured by the formative assessment you chose for analysis. So just go back to whatever lesson it was and put in the learning objectives for that lesson. And hopefully you've written them well in the 3-part format that has the target behavior, the conditions under which the behavior occurs, and the criteria for success. Next, you're going to provide a graphic. It says that you can use a graphic or a narrative, but I want you to take the graphic, the rubric that I showed you in the previous video that has the 3 columns for conceptual understanding, procedural fluency, and problem-solving skills, and put that chart in here. That's where it goes in 1B. You can just throw that chart right in there, and then you can summarize what that chart says. So using examples from the summary chart in 1C, discuss the patterns of learning across the whole class relative to conceptual understanding, procedural fluency, and mathematical reasoning. So you might say something like, most of the students were at the partially demonstrating level of conceptual understanding. Most of the class scored high on procedural fluency. They were demonstrating that. Most of the class was able to do problem-solving skills. So it might be that, or maybe they did better on procedural fluency, or maybe they did better on conceptual understanding, but you're going to discuss the patterns of learning related to these 3 items, and you're going to use your chart to summarize that. Then question 2, you're going to do the same thing, but you're going to do it for the 3 focus students. So it's just the 3 focus students. You're going to analyze it with more detail, and you're going to cite evidence from the work samples in relationship to mathematical errors, confusions, or partial understandings. That's why you have to choose 3 students who didn't get it correct. And then you're going to try to figure out what did they not understand mathematically. So the related mathematical understanding that they struggled with becomes the basis for the targeted learning objective for the students in the next lesson. Okay, so you're going to analyze the 3 focus students, figure out what they struggled with, what mathematical understanding did they struggle with, and then you're going to base your re-engagement lesson on what they struggled with. So the next step is going to be to plan a re-engagement lesson, and it's going to be based on whatever conceptual understandings your students did not have. And we'll go over that in the next video.